So I've worked with a lot of artists and scientists, and they both have told me things about creativity that are flat out wrong. Hi, I'm Tara, your artist at law. I live on a sailboat where I share ideas about uniting human activity with habitat and changing our society for the better. And this video is about busting myths about creativity, which we all need to get in on to make the world a better place. Okay, so I worked with two groups of people, artists and scientists, who think they are very different from each other. I am an artist, I'm married to a scientist. I almost went into marine biology, so a lot of my art is about the ocean. And I had an opportunity to be an artist in residence at the Hatfield Marine Science Center. I did some program development there, which was phenomenal. Created a whole series of artwork, exhibit, blah, blah, blah. But the number one thing that stuck out to me while I was there was how many scientists would tell me, "Oh, I'm not creative at all." And I thought that was really interesting, but it didn't click until an art student told me, "We're creatives. We don't work on deadlines." And it hit me so hard. Everyone is just internalizing stereotypes about what society says they are, especially based on your job. Like if you're an artist or a scientist or something else that feels like a very narrow thing to be, which I know is odd to say that about artists, but my response to the art student was, "Oh, yes, you do. Of course you work on deadlines. All artists work on deadlines. You've got due dates for grants and project proposals. You need to submit portfolios for gallery exhibits. You have to deliver your work on time to installations." Like, everyone works on a deadline. And frankly, as an art student, like, all you've ever done is work on deadlines. It's the due date of your assignments, right? Whether it's a painting or a sculpture or whatever. And the idea that creativity is some magical, mythical thing that, artists just kind of sit around waiting for to strike them, and all of a sudden there's some I mean, it's like at best half true, at the very best. Like some of the best art in the world has been created on a deadline, right? Because that deadline for the gallery or for the proposal or whatever, it pushes you to be creative with what you have and what you can do right now, or in the given time. And this goes for everyone, including scientists. This whole like internalizing what you think you are, because that's what society tells you. Like, what does society tell you about artists? Oh, they're, flaky and waiting for inspiration to strike and blah, blah, blah. We study so hard to know our subject matter. Most artists in galleries, they have masters. Probably like 99% of them have a master's degree, because galleries want to know that you know what the hell you're doing. And so when scientists tell me that they're not creative, usually what they're saying is they don't do a very specific kind of creativity, which is an art practice like painting or sculpting or music. But every day, scientists are asking questions and solving problems and designing experiments and like helping us learn how to learn about the world. Scientists don't just gather data and information about the world. They figure out how to know things, how to get that information, and how to keep it at a certain level of accuracy. And just because they aren't drawing or playing piano, like, that doesn't mean that they're not being creative. And actually, according to a study, Nobel Prize winners are 2.8 times more likely to have an artistic hobby. And I hypothesize, to be sciencey for a second, that that's because creativity in one area of your life is going to feed and strengthen creativity in other areas of your life, right? Because it's about imagination, it's critical thinking, it's having an original idea. That is actually how creativity is defined, like in the dictionary, using one's imagination and having original ideas. And that is not limited to any field of study. And it's certainly something you can do under a deadline. So the next time you think that you are a certain way because of what you do, ask yourself if you're really like that, or is that just a stereotype that you think is true about you? Do you break the socially constructed mold that defines artists or scientists or athletes or whatever you are? I bet you break the mold. Comment below on what you do and what makes you creative. I would love to know more. Thanks for watching.